everybody. We're going to do these. We're going to do a little reading. High Priestess with Spirit Guides. It says a little something, something. But the spirit communication today has been on point. Channeled song is A Million Dreams. From The Greatest Showman, and ironically, unlike every other time I've listened to it, it's not the Pink version, it's the one from the movie. So I couldn't find it anywhere on TikTok. Apparently, they've only got it on like YouTube and Pandora and stuff like that. So I ended up listening to it a lot today on YouTube. But that is Channeled Song of the Day. And while I was listening to it, while I was looking at my plants, it was raining, I found this cicada shell. I'm going to keep it to mark the transformation. It's one of many because there's about to be a lot more. It's a cicada year, but this is the first one that I've seen and it's perfectly intact. And while I don't particularly like cicadas, I do understand that they represent change and transformation, death and rebirth, similarly to the dragonfly. And I've been thinking a lot about what happens next. And the truth is, I just don't know. Anything could happen next. All I know for sure is that we aren't dedicated to a particular path. We are waiting for Spirit. We're not waiting. Spirit is leading us step by step. We've got weird. That is interconnectedness of the past, present, and future, living in synchronicity, living in quantum state. You are both your past and your present and your future and your next life and your past life and your alternate versions of now. They're all happening at the same time. And I think before we really get into this, we've got healing, separation, and enter your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance, and go within. The universe is within you. And that is where everything happens. A macrocosm, a microcosm, all within you. But we're going to go back over the birthdays thing, because clearly there's something going on with the numbers. My ex's birthday was August 8th. And when I met the false twin, it was really strange because his birthday was August 13th. And they were both Leos and they had a lot of similarities, and part of the attraction was that he was similar to my husband. But, you know, I had a million problems with my husband, and I think it was comfortable, I think it was familiar, and I think that's why the attraction was there. But then there was also the false twin thing, where it was a stronger, more intense magnetic connection than I had experienced up to that point. Then it switched. I started reading, because he came up as a King of Wands when I was listening to readings and doing all of like my research on tarot and all that stuff. He was coming up King of Wands. And then I started reading for the King of Cups, and it started popping up in the readings that was actually the direction I was supposed to be going on. I started having the visions. I had the vision of the tattoo of my twin flames on, which was like a planetary alignment right here. And that's how I knew I was supposed to be going that way. That was my big confirmation. And it was almost like when I asked him out and the energy shifted and I got rejected, he started reading as the King of Wands right around then. It was like the story flipped from him to him. His birthday was July 4th, and we went through all of the narcissism cycles that my mom had started. It was almost like I was supposed to be healing my problems with my ex-husband through the false twin. And then I was supposed to be healing problems with my mom through the twin flame. Fated to suffer. And I did kind of feel back then that it was my fate to experience hurt and be alone. But you know, part of releasing the victim mentality helped me release feeling like that was my fate. I realized that you can change that at any point during this journey. Whatever patterns you're stuck in, just keep on fucking swinging. Just keep swinging. And eventually you will exit them. Through sheer force of will. It's a decision. But anyway, back to the birthdays. I was at the Department of Vital Records, and I filled out all the paperwork and everything, and they said my name over the loudspeaker, and it was the first time I've heard it out loud in a public setting like that. It was kind of crazy. But she called the Dragonfly Catalyst to window 6. And the lady that was up there right before me was talking about her birthday. She had to say her birthday for the lady at the window. And she said her birthday was August 13th. So I was immediately like, that's a little crazy, because that was my false twin's birthday. But not just that. It was the day that my twin flame and I went into separation. That was the last time I saw him. We interacted online, like not verbally, but we interacted online, like sharing songs back and forth, you know, just through like Instagram. What are those things called? It's like stories. There was musical sharing that way, but no conversation. But August 13th was the last time I saw him. And then it just so happens that that's happening at the same time as my identity is shifting. You know, we shed off, we exited the shell, we finished the transformation, we finished the process of changing the name. I am the Dragonfly Catalyst now. There is no need to keep any of my old identity paperwork. There's no need to use my old email with my old name. It's done, and we are unbound. We've broken free. And I don't know, something about hearing August 13th, right before hearing my name on the loudspeaker, it's just a little crazy. The toroidal star, shared energy fields, and knowing full well that we're in a new cycle with new dreams and a new energy entirely, co-creating with the universe, calling in what's meant for us. 10 of fucking cups. And you know, I don't watch movies or musicals or TV shows or anything like that really anymore. My sister has gotten me to watch a handful of things with her. And one of the only ones that I've really enjoyed was The Greatest Showman. But it was mostly for the music. And A Million Dreams was something that I heard on Pandora Radio from Pink a couple times, and I already loved it. So when I found out that it was actually from a movie, heartbreak, freeing yourself from heartbreak and coming into alignment by going within and healing. Knight of Pentacles with the toroidal star and aligning with it, infinite abundance. The sun with the 4-leaf clover, shifting into alignment and maintaining positive energy, staying the course, building your life brick by brick, and knowing that it's all leading somewhere incredible. And it doesn't matter who else makes what choices. Because what I've been thinking about more than anything the last couple days is that I haven't gotten validation yet from who I think might be my person. Not really. and I had